Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', our podcast. When I say our, that implies more than one person. I am Kellie Raspberry Evans, just one of your two hosts. The other happens to be my husband, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan. A train in the house.
Yes, feeling that today.
Have you noticed I've kind of changed that up a little bit?
How so?
Well, the last three, I think I've done Hello, I'm Alan and A train in the house.
I hadn't noticed.
Well, I know, because you try to talk over me before I get a good A train out.
Oh, see, I guess I'm not used to it yet. I'll stop talking.
No, it's okay. No.
I didn't know you were shaking things up.
We don't need you to stop talking. If you stop talking, we have a big problem.
Oh, I meant stop talking over you. I'll try to pause.
If you stop talking, we have probably 70% less podcast.
What are you saying?
I say for every 10 words on the podcast, you say 7, I say 3.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Well, they do say women use more words than men anyway.
Is that true?
Everyday language. Yeah, I can Google it, but
is that true?
I'll Google that for next time.
You got a source?
I can Google it.
Oh.
I think they've done a study on it. So I'm going to write a little note down.
So Google machine says that women use more words to describe things?
More every day.
Just more superfluous language?
Yeah, I will look that up. Can't Google during the podcast. I could, but that would be boring. So we've got an interesting day today. It's been a very busy day. Before we get into the meat of the podcast, I want to tell you I have a second job on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated Kid Craddock Morning Show. Kid Craddock, the host of our show, passed away 6 years ago. But, 27 years ago, actually, it couldn't have been. Let me think. Yeah, that's about right. Because Caroline, doing the math in my head real quick. Anyway, his wife, when she was pregnant with their daughter, Caroline, doctors said that her femur was going to be twisted. This is when she was in utero, in the belly, that Caroline's femur would be twisted and she would never be able to walk. And Kid did what a lot of people do when they're faced with something like that. They drop to their knees and start praying, and they make a lot of promises to God that if you just let me have a healthy baby, I'm going to do something great. I'm going to pay you back. I'll do something to help other people. And Caroline was born completely fine, completely healthy, and Kid followed through on that promise. And he started Kids. And what he did that very first year, we're based out of Dallas, Texas. He put as many as he could fit on a bus of families who were dealing with chronic or terminal illnesses, and they drove down to what is it in San Antonio? SeaWorld in San Antonio. And then the next year he decided to go bigger. He took some kids, they couldn't afford to fill a plane at that point with the donations, to Disney World, and it's grown bigger and bigger and bigger. And now we have a chartered plane from Southwest Airlines that leaves out of Dallas with a ton of families, and then other families from across the country get flown to Disney World, always the week before Thanksgiving, always in November. And we're raising money today. As we're recording this podcast, you'll hear it after Kids Day is over, but while we're recording it, it is Kids Day. We have a lot of great partners. Southwest Airlines helped us raise money. Raising Cane's always comes through for us. But you can still, if you're listening to this past Kids Day, obviously you are now, you can still donate because we're still going to need money. Don't forget Enchanted Fairies.
Oh, Enchanted Fairies. That's right. They do these beautiful, they've done for Emma Kellie the fairy pictures. They've done mermaids. The mermaids are retired right now. They're doing unicorn photos. And just for $25, 100% of that goes to Kids. And you have a beautiful photo session. You get a complimentary 8x10. Of course, you can buy more, or you can just take the 8x10 and say, that's all I want. So Enchanted Fairies gave us a huge $30,000 check today. It was great. But you could always go to kidskids.org to donate 365 days a year. You can text the word KID, K-I-D-D, to 52000.
That's how I donated.
K-I-D-D to 52,000.
That's easy.
That's a $10 donation. You can do that up to 5 times. That's what the FCC or whoever regulates charitable giving with text That's the limit.
Okay.
So you can do up to $50.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I had an epiphany after we got off the air today, so I didn't announce it. Facebook lets you do donations.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I saw it was somebody was asking for donations for their birthday, for their charity. I was like, it's not my birthday, but I could still ask for donations for kids. So you can go to my Facebook page, my public one, the public profile one, and you can make a donation in any dollar amount. And as of last check, about $4,200 had been donated on my Facebook page alone.
That's awesome, babe.
It's all going straight to kids. I don't ever see a dime of it the way Facebook sets it up, so you don't even have to trust me with your money.
Well, you had
it's going straight to them.
You had about a gazillion people share that post, including myself.
So hopefully you'll raise. Oh, you need to check yours. So who knows how much money we could raise through that Facebook post? So Facebook doing good. So anyway, there's that. We're really excited, Alan. You're going to go this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going this year.
And see what the magic is all about. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, maybe it was by coincidence, but I was just checking Twitter today, and I knew it was Kids Day, but I follow a Twitter account called @fact, F-A-C-T, and there was a really cool tweet, and I retweeted it. The tweet said, it just coincidentally was today's tweet, no matter how good or bad you think life is, be thankful for life. Because someone somewhere else is fighting to survive.
It's true.
And that's true about these kids.
It's true.
I mean, that's heartbreaking to see some of the stories. And I know there have been kids like you guys have taken on the trip and, they haven't made it.
Right. We've had a rough year. We've lost a lot of our kids in the past year. Not all of the kids we take are terminal. That's such a terrible word. But some of them, like, kids with cystic fibrosis, they don't have long life expectancies. Through the miracle of medicines and the advances they have made, kids with cystic fibrosis live usually until their 30s now. Mm-hmm. The more severe cases don't make it that long. We take a lot of CF kids. We take a lot of spina bifida kids. We've taken kids who have been paralyzed in car accidents or burn victims. We've taken a lot of kids with cancer. It's really just a beautiful trip. You can go to kidskids.org if you want to have a feel for what we do and make a donation there. KIDDS.org. And it is, like you said, it's sad what these families have to go through, but it's so incredibly uplifting because you'll rarely hear anyone complain. Mm-hmm. They don't complain. If they talk about it, if you ask, they'll tell you what the situation is. They'll explain what they have to go through, but they're just so thankful that they have their child, no matter what condition they're in. There's so much love in those families. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, I've never been, but I imagine just seeing the pictures and hearing you talk about it over the years, I imagine it just allows them to just be normal.
Yeah. They want to be treated normal.
Just be a family.
And trust me, kids are just as annoying as everybody else's kids. They climb all over you. They snot all over you. Kellie. So it's like, get off me. But they're normal kids. These are normal kids who just happen to have a condition, right? So they want to be treated normally. They don't want you to look at them and pity them and feel sad for them. They want to just have fun and forget about it. Yeah. It's a great trip. So check out kidskids.org. Make a donation on my Facebook page or at kidskids.org. I'd be so appreciative of that. We have got other stuff to get to on the show today. Thank you for letting me share that. That was Alan's idea for me to share that on the podcast.
For sure, babe. Why don't we do a little bit of this, and then we're going to get into the content, the meat of the podcast.
Okay, a lot of people have been hearing me talk about Rothy's, and they are getting their own. Rothy's are shoes you're not going to have to break in because they are comfortable from the moment you put them on. The thing I've noticed about Rothy's is once I got mine, I started noticing all the Rothy's around me. Every woman is catching on and loving these shoes. They're made out of recycled plastic water bottles. I don't know how they do it.
Oh, come on.
I don't know how they do it. They don't feel like plastic. They feel like regular shoes. But these are washable. They're sustainable. They are comfortable. And they are super stylish. These are flats because, come on. We're all looking for a pair of flats that are cute because we're tired of our feet bleeding in high heels all the time. With Rothy's, you can wear them from everything from yoga pants to dresses and skirts. Get that Audrey Hepburn vibe. Those little crop pants that Meghan Markle was wearing her Rothy's with. I love them. And they have so many different patterns and colors and styles. They introduce new ones all the time. They sell out and have to resupply. So you want to get on your favorite quick. I got the red camo pointy toe flat. I had to go up a half size on that. But returns easy. I didn't know that. I ordered my regular size, but on the pointy toe, I had to go up a half size. But I just ordered the black slip-on sneaker, and I'm really excited to get that too. But Rothy's are the shoes that are going to change your life. I had one woman write me after she heard me talk about Rothy's and said she owns almost 25 pairs. That's how much she loves them. Because like they're coming out with new patterns and styles and toes and shapes. It's fabulous.
I bet she wants more.
Get them.
And you can check out all those amazing styles available right now at rothys.com/sandwich. You can go to rothys.com. That's rothys.com/sandwich to get your new favorite flats. Babe, comfort, style, and sustainability.
And you can throw them in the washing machine.
There you go. These are the shoes you've been waiting for. You can get them if you head to rothys.com/sandwich today.
Man, almost 25 pairs of Rothy's.
Love Rothys.
That must be all she wears, right?
Who
that
would,
one pair of heels just in case.
Why would you wear anything else?
I know.
Right?
Right.
All right. Last podcast, we talked about music. Very controversial.
Was it?
Yes.
Are people up in arms?
No, because I'm going to read you some letters. And that's what we're going to do on this podcast. We're going to, we have some letters to go through. Not all about music, but we have some.
I actually found a little fact about music real quick because we did talk about it. You were saying that you were heavily influenced by what your father listened to, remember, as a child. And according to the Journal of Family Communication, yes, there is a Journal of Family Communication.
Okay.
It says to make sure you and your kids listen to music together. Children who grew up listening to music together with their parents reported better relationships with them when they reached young adulthood.
Well, how about that?
Because you had that common ground, right?
Yeah, common ground, yeah. You know, and that's good because I've noticed in the car when I'm with the boys, they always want music on. Like if I have it turned all the way down or it's silence, they say, Daddy, can you turn on the radio? I want to listen to music. I'm like, sweet. Yeah, totally.
You need to introduce them to some of your favorites too.
I
some
try.
classics.
I have a little bit, but
They like the current stuff.
They like what you 106. They're all on board with
Kiss FM.
Kiss FM. Yeah,
Top 40.
that's right.
Pop.
Okay, so a few letters here. This one's from Scott and Kedron. They say, Alan, I completely agree with your number one pick for the best decades. 80s music rocks.
Hey, that was my high school years, my college years. I love the 80s music.
Danielle says, hi, longtime listener to both Kid Craddock and the podcast. When you named the 80s music number one, I said yes, loudly as I was driving home from work today. I graduated in 86, so the 80s were everything to me. You are right. Love you both. Love your circus.
That's a Kid Craddock morning show reference.
Okay,
See, Alan didn't listen back then.
Didn't listen.
Love your circus. Save the baby ducks.
Danielle.
Boogaloo.
No, I've heard people say that.
That's for old school Kid Craddock morning show listeners.
This one's from Chandra. She says, hello, Kellie and Alan.
Hey.
I never write anyone that I don't know personally.
Wow, this one fired her up.
And y'all may never see this message. Not only did we see it, we're reading it on the podcast. But I had to tell you that I think you are spot on with the best music being from the 80s. I know you said it's an age thing, but I think it's just good taste in music because, just for reference, I'm only 31.
Oh.
Just had to let you know that I completely agree, and I'm sure many others do as well.
Great.
Absolutely love the podcast.
So who's going to disagree with you? Apparently, 100% of the podcast family agrees with you based on those three letters.
Most of the letters were like that. Now, I did receive, and I think it was an Instagram DM. She wasn't mad. She just goes, Alan, how can you rank the 60s as like the fifth worst? She didn't like that I ranked the 60s just, what was it, one better than the 2000s or whatever I did? So she didn't like that.
I don't remember your order.
She didn't like that.
So her number one is the 60s?
Her number one was the 60s.
There's good music in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Not my favorite decade, but some good stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some not.
You didn't get anybody that disagreed with you?
No, I didn't. I sure didn't. Nobody emailed me that said you're a Doofenshmirtz.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess
I was asking for him to call me a Doofenshmirtz. They didn't-
maybe we should have an 80s theme night podcast family get together. Somebody was asking me about when we're going to do our next happy hour.
I got dibs on Slash. I'm dressing as Slash.
Oh, who said we have to dress up?
Oh. Well, I just figured if it was an 80s party, we'd have to dress up. That's what you do.
Maybe we can get our podcast family member that has his 80s band to perform at it.
Wow. Yeah. That's big time.
We're going to have to put our thinking
Here's
caps
the
on
guy
with
that plays
this.
House of Blues, but he's going to come play for us schmucks.
Sure, in our living room. Who knows? We'll think of something. I'm
Okay.
just throwing out ideas. There are no bad ideas.
There
There are bad ideas.
Well.
We're just spitballing.
Yeah, we are. Okay, the rest of these letters are not to prove how right I was, but these are relationship type letters. So let's read one here and see what we got, babe. See if we can help these people out. This one's from Alex. Says I can use her real name.
Well, good.
Hi, Kellie and Alan.
Hi, Alex.
Let me first say that I love y'all's dynamic. Do you really? I listened to the Kid Craddock Morning Show from elementary school all the way to adulthood.
Wow.
She's in another state. Doesn't listen anymore, but she can listen to the podcast, she says.
Oh, thanks for listening.
I appreciate that y'all keep it real, the balance of great things in life and challenging things. The episode about the DMV had me yelling, "Preach it!"
By the way, we got some movement on that.
Yeah, there was a Channel 8 story.
Governor.
Governor Abbott said, we're going to throw, what did he say, $2 million or $12
Apparently,
million? $12 million.
Either Governor Abbott or somebody in his immediate circle had to deal with the DMV.
Right.
I would like to think Governor Abbott or somebody
He heard
in
a
his
sandwich
immediate
and some
circle
lovin'.
heard a sandwich and
He
some
heard a
lovin',
sandwich and some lovin'.
bitching about the lines at DMV and the ridiculousness of it. That's what I'd like to
Well,
think.
I love Governor Abbott. He's a great man, but
I'm hoping that's what happened.
He needs to do something about that.
And I would like to be there for the proclamation when they sign that into law
He needs
or
to do
whatever they
something
do.
about that DMV. The shows are always entertaining. Back to Alex's letter. I do have a marriage question. Okay, here we go, babe. My husband and I have been married 2 years, and we've been together 3.5 years. We started our relationship fast and furious.
That sounds like us.
Moved in together a few months after we met.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Later regretted that we didn't start off slower. We both brought a lot of emotional baggage. Okay. After a very short honeymoon phase, we've had consistently hurt feelings, hours-long fights where everyone gets triggered and hurt, needs not met, and misunderstandings. I'd say we have a big fight, which she is defining as several hours long, at least every 2 weeks. We recently went 1 whole month without a fight, and it sure felt surreal and magical. When we're not fighting, our relationship is very good. We're compatible in many unique ways that are hard to find in others. We usually get along well and complement each other. We like the same things. This is what drew us together in the first place. Okay. However, I just can't think that we fight too hard and too often. Unfortunately, the amount of fighting hasn't really decreased. We've been reading marriage books. We've tried therapy. I think we're beginning to give up, and I feel like we'll never get along. At least I feel like that way. We've been thinking about having kids soon.
Oh, no.
And obviously we think we should resolve our issues first, but I'm
Yeah.
almost 30 and I realize I don't have all the time in the world to have kids. I'm sort of at the point where I either need to fix this relationship or move on, fix myself, and hopefully find another relationship if I want to have kids. What do you think? Are fights too often? Too much? Is it normal? Are we doomed? Can we fix our marriage? Should we wait to have kids? Or should we have kids and just be committed through the thick and thin?
No.
Any insight is appreciated.
Well, I think it's fixable as long as it's not abusive, right? It doesn't sound like it's abusive. It sounds like y'all just are fighting a lot. I wouldn't have kids until you get this sorted out. That's never a fix. In fact, that adds another level of stress that you cannot understand. And if you're not in a secure relationship at that point, it's going to go from bad to worse. I think you have to take ownership of your responsibility in the fighting. And because like I said, you can't affect somebody else's behavior, but you can only change the way you react to their behavior. So if he says something that just rubs you the wrong way, how do you react? Are you picking fights? Can you take some ownership of your part in the fights and change the way you act within that fight? Does that make sense?
hopefully y'all can sit down when you're in one of those peaceful periods and hold hands and look into each other's eyes and say, look, I love you and I want to make this work. How can we fix it? What can I do in this relationship that would make it better for you? And hopefully he would say the same, ask you the same. What can I do? And y'all can, not when you're mad, not when feelings are hurt, when your things are really good, and have that discussion. I don't think it's worth throwing away just yet. Let's try to save it first, right? But don't have a baby until you are in a better place.
Yeah, I agree with what Kellie said. I am concerned about hours-long fights. You know, Kellie and I have had times where we've had a disagreement, and we've had a disagreement that has lasted longer than a couple of hours.
It has lasted hours.
That's lasted.
And that's an hours-long fight.
But a lot of that is silence.
Right.
It's not going back and forth. It's two people who, I'll speak for myself, where you have too much pride and you're so prideful that, well, I'm not going to go, talk because I'm not the one that's wrong here. Some kind of thought process like that. And that's what I wanted to bring up. I think when you have a disagreement that's lasting hours and hours and hours, there's two things going on. Either number one, both parties have that pride. They got that chip on their shoulder and they don't want to admit they're wrong. Mm-hmm. A lot of fights can be nipped in the bud quick if somebody will just accept their portion of the responsibility, like Kellie said. Another piece of that is the memory, the quick memory that we've talked about. The quicker you can forget about whatever it is the disagreement's about and move on to the next subject.
Life is a lot easier.
It makes life so much easier. So I would suspect, I don't know you two, but I would suspect that there's a little bit of that going on. I think both of you probably have that little chip on your shoulder, and that's the reason it's hard for you both to come together and say, look, this is a bunch of crap. Why are we doing this to each other? I'm the a-hole here for this part of it. You're the a-hole for the other part of it, and let's move on.
Well, finger pointing is not if you're accept your a-holeness.
Yeah, accept your a-holeness,
and then hopefully he will accept his a-holeness. It's one thing to say I'm really sorry, but you see that starts another fight.
Yeah,
but you do this. That's not the right headspace to be in for that kind of conversation. So accept your part of the responsibility. Look at yourself critically and objectively, hopefully, with what you are doing to contribute to the ongoing problem.
Yeah.
There.
But if you're at a point, you mentioned in the letter, you think you're beginning to give up and you feel like you will never get along. Well,
but you can get along. You've proven it.
You sure can. And you admitted that there are a lot of great things about your relationship, and that's the way it was when you met. And it's like that when times are good. You've made it months without fighting, so there are things that you're obviously doing right. It sounds like when you do have a conflict, there are things that you're not doing right. That's just what it sounds like to me. And another thing that I think gets couples too is that emotion, that boil you get inside versus thinking rationally about what exactly is this we're having a disagreement about. And a lot of times it turns into that pride and that emotion versus rationally thinking about why is she upset with me? Why is he
What's
upset
the real
with me?
problem?
What's the real root of this problem?
It wasn't that I didn't put the toothpaste cap back on.
Yeah,
that was just like the thing that tipped it over,
Right. There's something else going on. But, in most relationships, Kellie and I's too, either your partner does something that you have a problem with, or there's something that they're maybe doing, but it's really not a problem in the grand scheme of things. It's more of how you're perceiving whatever they're doing. What I'm saying is you can accept responsibility probably in a lot of different cases, depending on what the issue is. You can accept more responsibility. But I think your husband or your husband has to accept that too.
Well, hopefully, like I said, if you're coming to each other when you're both in a good space, the conversation will flow in that direction.
Yeah. But you say, are the fights too much?
Schedule some.
Are there fights too much, babe?
Well, it's a lot of fighting.
Oh.
But you know what? The first year or so of marriage is the most difficult. You're just finishing the second year of marriage. So, I wouldn't throw in the towel just yet. Schedule some more date nights. When we feel real disconnected, that usually does the trick for us. Going out to dinner and having a glass of wine, going to a movie, something like that.
I don't think you're doomed. But
I don't either.
You do have some work to do as far as the conflict resolution.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Good luck. Let us know what you decide to do.
In our opinion, that is. Okay, here's another letter. Some of these. Oh, yeah, we can read the author of this letter. This is from Laura. Subject: RV trailers.
Oh, no.
Hey, guys, I come from a big family, 4 younger brothers. 4 younger brothers and a girl. How beaten down was she, do you think? My whole childhood, my parents had an RV, and we went camping pretty frequently from small 3-day weekend trips to week-long trips to the beach every summer. I would say it's a fun experience, and I have so many memories from my childhood. See there?
Well, kids don't know any better.
We had a big enough trailer for all of us to have our own bed.
Wow, that's a big trailer.
Plus a decent bathroom and nice kitchen. When camping, most things you do is outside anyway, so it's okay to not have a ton of square feet. Plus, if you get irritated with each other, just take a walk. See there, babe? There are nice trails everywhere at campgrounds, but honestly, it's pretty relaxing just hanging out outside for the weekend and a nice change of pace.
I don't want an RV. I don't want one.
My parents and us as grown kids still go frequently, and my parents will take it to visit my brothers for a weekend at their college. They play sports, so they camp close to the field so they can see some games through the school year. How cool is that?
It does sound cool for another family.
Here, this will hook you. Cheaper than a hotel stay. They do have RV expos, and I totally agree. Maybe rent one and try it out. I think the harder part was backing the trailer into the camping spot and leveling the trailer. What does that mean?
Well, it's got to be level, or everything will be sliding off the table.
Oh, I guess you're right. But my mom would just take the dogs on a walk and let my dad and grandpa do that part. Haha. Have fun. Love listening to y'all.
You know,
someone's experience with an RV, babe.
You know what? Mama June, remember Honey Boo Boo and Mama June?
Mm-hmm.
She is having some serious issues with drugs, and she's just a mess right now. The family tried to stage an intervention. She didn't hear it. So now none of the daughters are talking to her. Honey Boo Boo is now living with Pumpkin, who got temporary custody. But Mama June has sold all of her possessions on Facebook. Now she is selling her house because she and her crackhead boyfriend are going to buy an RV and live on the open road. So you and Mama June share the same dream. That's all I wanted to say about that.
Well, I'd like to submit to the record, but there are a lot of differences between me and Mama June, too.
Name 3.
Well, I'm half
not a crackhead.
I'm half Filipino. I'm not a crackhead, and
see,
I'm married to Kellie Raspberry.
Yeah, all right.
There you go.
That doesn't really count.
Sure, it does.
You know what? We can try it. We can try it. I don't think it's going to promote family unity. I don't think our girls. I don't know.
I see this
maybe
as,
just you and I should try it first.
I see this as something that just you and I do later. Or
later?
Or when we have older children.
So not this summer.
No,
Okay,
no time soon.
Okay, good.
No, I'm
All
not
right.
wanting to do this anytime soon.
I'm happy to go to an expo. I was a little girl. One of my favorite things to do on Sunday afternoon after church was go to all the mobile home dealerships in Florence, South Carolina. I don't think they have them anymore because we went out there on the road they used to be and they're all gone. But you would go into the mobile homes and just look because they're so fun. And they had 2-story mobile homes. They had double wides. They had singles. And you just got to look and you got to dream one day because I was living with my parents at the time, one day I'm going to have my own mobile home. And I was so excited about that. They had them with garden tubs. They had them with patios off the back. See, but I would daydream about it, just like we're going to daydream about your RV.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to the RV show.
I'd like to go to an RV show.
There's an RV show coming up next month.
When is it? Next month?
I have it written down on my calendar.
Where is it?
In Dallas. Maybe we can get a whole bunch of podcast listeners to meet us there and we can all go daydream
Just kind of
about
browse?
RVs.
Yeah. Do a podcast out there.
And then go drinking.
Why does everything have to be around alcohol? Why do you have to do everything with alcohol?
Because
You and Alan are always drinking alcohol.
We have a problem.
Okay, here's another. This one's kind of tough, so I'm not going to read the author of this. But she says, "Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I've been trying to catch up on the podcast, and I just finished episode 160, and I am in tears."
Oh, that's the one with you sharing about your depression, right?
Yeah. Alan's struggle with depression and his medication hit me so hard. I myself have never dealt with it, but currently my husband is. He was addicted to opioids for 6 years, most of those years without me knowing, and finally broke down and begged for help to quit.
Oh.
We got him into an outpatient program, and he's doing well in that aspect, but now he's dealing with crippling depression. It is so bad that he doesn't want to get up for days and days, which, as you can probably guess, means he does not have a job. He's on medication, but depression medication, but it only helps sometimes. I'm unsure what to do to help him anymore. I get up, get 3 children ready, ages 16, 6, and 3, leave for work at 6 a.m., get off at 5 p.m., pick up our youngest from daycare, pick up our middle daughter up from my mom, get home to my oldest, 16, and husband around 6:30 p.m., only to find that he has slept all day. So then starts my next routine, doing dishes, laundry, pack lunches, cook dinner, help with homework, get the kids in the bath, and then ready for bed. I have a decent job, but being in charge of all the bills, groceries, etc., is really getting to me. I love my husband, but I'm not sure how long I can survive this. Do you guys have any advice or suggestions for me before I lose it? Yeah. I'm only 34, and I know this is not a way to live for me or for our daughters. Thank you, and I love you guys.
I'm so sorry you're going through that, but I think you have got to go with your husband to the doctor and say, this ain't working. This isn't working. And if your husband won't go with you, you go to the doctor and you tell the doctor, this ain't working. And tell him exactly what you just told us in that letter. His medication is wrong. It needs to be corrected. And it can be. He obviously needs some help transitioning, and that can be a process to find the right medication. But wouldn't it be wonderful one day if he could be weaned off of it altogether? I don't know what the future holds, but what he's doing now is not working. One size fits all doesn't work when it comes to antidepressants.
Right. I agree with a lot of what my wife says. Boy, that's tough.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I hope you have a strong support system.
He's in bed all day, and that's common for a lot of people. That have depression. They can't move. They feel paralyzed.
And you just sleep, so you don't have to think about it.
Right, and that's the body fighting that. And I've read about that. When people have that illness, that's what the body wants to do. It just wants to sleep.
Yeah, and I think everybody can experience. Like, I've been depressed, but I get over it. Well, that's not the same thing. Some of us do get so depressed we can't get out of bed for a day or two. This is a lifestyle now.
I agree with what Kellie said. He needs a doctor to help him out, and he needs to have either his medication changed, or he even needs perhaps a psychiatrist to kind of help him through, why he feels the way he does, and he's in bed all day. Now, I will tell you, this affliction, it paralyzes you. Now, when you're in bed all day, and then, the whole day until your wife gets home, there's something very, very wrong there. And it sounds like he's given up. And that's not good. That's not good, because that's one thing that, and I talked about it before, it's one thing I never did. I never gave up on myself. Even though I knew I was going through some stuff, even though I knew I shouldn't be taking medicine for this stuff, I never gave up. And it sounds like this man has given up.
It might be where he needs to go away for a while. It's not like he's, sending someone away sounds so, drastic. But you're talking 30 or 60, even 90 days in some of the more serious situations where he is in an environment where they can figure out what's wrong and he's under the doctor's care. That might be worth it for your family, because basically you're living as a single parent now anyway.
Yeah.
And so for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, if he's away somewhere that can get him right, that might be something you should look into.
But I understand when you say, you love your husband, you're not sure how long you can survive this. It sounds
you're
like
not going to if
you're
you
not
don't get
going
help.
to. Yeah, this is very, very difficult. And he's going to need even more of your help to get him pointed the right direction. Because to me, it sounds like he's just he just can't help himself. You can help people to a certain extent, but at some point, I think the person has to accept a little bit of, gosh, I've got to make a change.
Well, it might take getting him into a facility,
right?
And they might go kicking and screaming, but once they get there and they start, they'll maybe have that little spark. Like, I want my life back. I want my wife back. I want my kids back, you know?
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're going through that.
But that's I think that's the case with a lot of different types of afflictions that have to do with addiction, is that accepting that, okay, you know, I got a problem. I got to do something about this. You know, I got to move forward with this. In the whole, well, just giving up and denying and all that stuff has just got him in this circle of being paralyzed. That's sad. Hope we helped a little bit.
Too depressing, babe.
I don't like giving up. I just hate thinking that people give up. I don't like that.
Right. Well, that
in anything.
Well, Dr. Phil said, like in a marriage, you have to earn your way out. So you try everything, and when you can truly look yourself in the mirror and say, I tried every single thing I could do to make that marriage work, and I'm fighting this fight alone, then you've earned your way out.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's right. I think that's right.
Okay.
I think that's right. Everyone has a breaking point. I just don't like the thought of giving up, because I feel like when it comes to these things, there's always a way to fix it.
I know, but we're also speaking as two people who were in bad marriages that got out, and now we found each other. If we had stuck in those other marriages, we wouldn't be together now.
Yeah.
So in essence, we gave up on marriage number 1, which is why we were both on marriage number 2.
I think some of that's true.
You know?
Yeah. And maybe that's why I don't like it. That doesn't mean I have to like it.
No, divorce sucks. Divorce is horrible. It's embarrassing. It is a failure, but sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
In order to move on to a better situation.
Yeah.
And everybody's better off.
Okay, let's finish on a high note. Well, why don't we do that and then we'll do that?
Well, I'm just so excited to go from that to telling you about Third Love bras.
Third Love. All right.
Listen, Third Love has the perfect fit promise. They start off with the Fit Finder quiz. It's really simple. You go online, answer a few questions. It takes just a couple minutes, and you'll find out that maybe you've been wearing the wrong bra size all along, or like myself, I was wearing the right bra size. But if you find out you're wearing the wrong bra size, Third Love has more than 70 sizes for you to choose from, including their signature half cup size. Because sometimes you're not a full B, you barely fill a C, or you're spilling out of a double F. Is there a double F? I know there's a double D. Anyway, with Third Love's Fit Finder quiz, you can find that bra that fits you perfectly. And they have a guarantee of 60 days to wear it. You wash it, you wear it around the house, you work, whatever you want to do in it. If you don't love it, you return it, and Third Love will wash it, and they will donate it to a woman in need. I love that. They have beautiful styles. They have functional styles. Sometimes you need a sexy bra. Sometimes you need something that just gets you through the day and what you got to do. My girlfriend who was nursing said she loved Third Love's nursing bras, and my friend Lacey is obsessed with their thongs. They have more than just bras at Third Love. You need to check it out. And I love they have straps that don't slip, because my right bra strap was always falling down. I'm like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Am I lopsided? Third Love, straps that don't slip and tagless, so there's no itching.
Third Love knows is a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they are offering our listeners 15% off your first order. So go to thirdlove.com/sandwich now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/sandwich for 15% off today.
Now, a couple things happened this week that we did not address on the previous podcast.
Yeah, can I just mention something real fast?
Okay.
Always makes me a little tense when you mention one of your coworkers and the type of underwear they like to wear.
Sorry. But she does.
I mean, because I know Lacey, and now
she loves Third Love's underwear.
I'm sure she does, but now I know that she wears thongs.
Well, she wears a mix of underwear. Women can wear more than one style of underwear depending on what pants you're wearing that day, or skirt.
Okay.
So Monday was National Dog Day. Alan and I celebrated it on Instagram because do you really love your dog if you didn't post about it on National Dog Day?
You got to post about it.
Right, with the hashtag. But I didn't realize, I thought it was just a celebration of your dog. The reason they started National Dog Day was to rescue 10,000 dogs from shelters nationwide. I didn't know that.
Didn't know that
so
either.
That's the original
How about
goal
that?
was to get the word out. National Dog Day, go adopt dogs. We all blew it on that one. So we should have gone and adopted another dog on Monday, but we didn't.
You got a source on that?
That was from nationaldogday.com.
How about that? Isn't there a dog day, though, for adopting pets?
There's so many
National
days.
Adopt a Pet Day
There's
or something?
National Everything Day.
I thought Al was supposed to keep us up
I know.
to speed on all
Let's
that.
drop the ball on that.
Yeah, he has.
Now,
my man.
just in case you're thinking about getting a dog, you wonder. I love mutts. I love anything mixed with a poodle. That's just my favorite because they don't shed usually, and poodles are very smart. But do you know what America's favorite dog is according to the American Kennel Club?
I do.
Because you were reading over my
No,
shoulder.
I didn't see it, but I know. I know what it is. Labrador Retriever.
Because you were reading over my
No,
shoulder.
I didn't see it. I knew that.
But it is the 28th year in a row that Labrador Retriever has claimed the title of America's favorite dog. I think Labrador Retrievers are great. They're just too big for my tastes. I need a dog that'll fit through the doggy door that a human can't fit through.
Okay.
That's how big my dog requirements are.
I always wanted a German Shepherd.
Well, now I know you read the list.
No, I didn't read
Now
the list.
I know you read the list.
Is that number 2?
Yes.
See?
German Shepherds
hey,
are
I know.
second.
I know good dogs. I like Larry. Don't get me wrong. Hope Larry isn't hearing me right now because I love Larry. But I like German Shepherds.
Gosh, I wonder what would be your third choice.
Golden?
You're such a jerk.
Is it golden?
You read
Is it golden, really?
You read my list.
Babe,
Why don't you just come clean?
I'm not a bubblehead. I kind of know about dogs,
You
you
read
know?
the list.
I swear to God, I didn't read the list.
I saw you looking.
I was looking, but I was looking up here at National Dog Day.
So number 3 is golden retrievers. Number 4?
Oh, I have no idea. Poodle.
No.
What?
A French bulldog.
Number 4 is Frenchie?
That's America's favorite dog. Number 4 is a
Get
French
outta here.
bulldog.
You know, I heard those can cost like $5,000.
Well, yeah, unless you go to like the people that breed them for, show dogs and stuff. If you can get one that something's a little bit wrong with it, you can get it cheaper. Because if they can't show them, they don't want them.
What do we adopt Larry for? About $100 or something?
Well, yeah, because of the shelter fees.
$100
It
bucks
wasn't a shelter; it was a rescue. But they just, you just help cover their costs for the spaying or neutering and the chipping.
$100, and
it.
they gave me a $50 bag of dog food.
I know.
I mean, that was
It's
a deal.
Rescue's the way to go.
That was a deal.
I wonder if there's a French bulldog rescue group. Number 5, the standard bulldog.
The standard bulldog,
Mm-hmm.
who we met at Honey Bear the other day.
We did.
An English bulldog, standard bulldog named Max.
Yep.
And he had anxiety.
He has bad anxiety.
He has bad anxiety.
After the standard bulldog, Americans prefer the beagle,
Okay. That
Then-
Snoopy was a beagle.
then the poodle.
Like the big poodle? The standard poodle?
They didn't specify. They just said poodle.
What do you think of a poodle when it's got its hair cut like a topiary? I'm kind of out on that.
Well, those are fancy poodles.
What do you think? Would you ever do that?
No.
You know when they have those
I wouldn't.
balls of hair on their on their feet?
That's not for
It's-
me.
it's
That's
funny
too
looking.
frou-frou and prissy. I'm not a
funny
prissy dog
looking.
person. That's followed by the Rottweiler.
Strong dog, working dog, the Rottweiler.
I don't even know what this next one is.
Let's
A
hear it.
German short-haired pointer. That's
Oh, yeah,
one
I
of
know it.
America's favorite dogs.
I know what those look like. Yeah, that's
You
a
know
hun-
anyone that has one?
it's a hunting dog. I don't know anyone that
Is that the
has
same
one.
as just a pointer?
I think it's like a pointer. Yeah,
It's a German short-haired pointer.
yeah.
And then I guess this is number 10 because they're not numbered. The Yorkshire Terrier.
Yorkie. Yeah. My
But I see a lot more of those. I like my last dog, George, was a Yorkie Poo Poo. He was 2 parts poodle, 1 part Yorkie.
my grandpa had a full breed Yorkie named Bert.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to tease Bert. I'd blow on his nose. I'd just go whoosh on his nose, and he would freak out. He would like do these rolls. He would go into this
Aw.
rolling fit. I think he was doing a bit. but
Torture.
I wasn't torturing him. I was just playing with him.
Well, that's and then another thing, since I was looking on little facts about dogs, they did a survey. WAG is a dog walking service, but they like to do surveys so they can get people talking about them in the media, like I am about to do now. If you had to choose between your dog and your significant other, who would you pick?
I know who Kellie would pick.
for certain things. Choosing a pet over a partner is more common than you think. A survey found that 4 out of 5 people think their dog's reaction to a potential partner is an important factor in determining whether or not it's a love match. 86% say they would break up with someone who did not get their dog's lick of approval.
You know, that makes sense. When I first moved to Dallas, babe, I don't think I've ever told you this story. There was a gal who lived right next door to me in my first apartment. And
You thought she was cute?
I did. And she took a liking to young AE. And we ended up going on dates.
Copulating?
No, we ended up going on dates.
Oh, okay.
And she had this dog. And I cannot remember the breed, but
You hated it.
I did. It was kind of like a chow. It wasn't a chow, but it was one of those big poofy dogs. And that dog couldn't stand me.
And you couldn't stand it?
And I couldn't stand it. It absolutely hated me, and I didn't like it one bit either.
If it wasn't for that dog, you and I might not be together.
Maybe. But I think she kind of liked me for a while, and then after a while, she got kind of lukewarm on me.
She's thinking, my dog must be picking up on something.
Yeah.
Because, if a dog doesn't like someone, you start wondering, what's wrong with that person?
But coincidentally, this all kind of went south after I met her parents, too, so...
They didn't like you either?
Probably not.
It wasn't just the dog. Wasn't just the dog. Well, I've got a big, next time we come back to do the next podcast, I will have been to Florida and back because my firstborn niece, Riley, is getting married on Saturday, August 31st. And they're in Florida. And guess what's heading to Florida?
A hurricane.
Apparently a hurricane. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that she still has the wedding that she has dreamed of. There is a backup plan in case the rains come. But
because it's an outdoor wedding.
It's an outdoor wedding. That's her venue of her choice, and that's what she wants, and that's what she's going to have.
In
Unless
August.
it's raining. Hey, it's her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
In Florida.
I had what I wanted for my wedding. And people came, and they had a great time.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a great time at Riley's wedding, too.
It was air-conditioned at ours.
And Emma well, there's going to be a reception indoors. Will you stop it, please? This is my niece.
Okay. Sorry.
My family.
Okay.
Stop
Sorry.
it.
Okay.
So we had to go buy Emma Kellie a dress. And my daughter is 12, and she wears a woman's small dress. You do not know the nightmare it was to find her a dress that was appropriate, that was inexpensive enough, because dresses are stinking expensive. But we finally found one that was on clearance, and it was marked way down, but her boobs were hanging out. So I had to go out and find a camisole for that. Got her a little, she never wants to go with me. It's a beating. So I got that all straight. I'm very excited about that. We were supposed to fly down Thursday, but Emma Kellie has her very first volleyball game Thursday night. And she was willing to miss that. But Friday morning before school starts, when we're supposed to be in Florida because she's having a daytime rehearsal and a brunch, they're doing pictures for the yearbook for the volleyball team. And Emma Kellie did not want to miss that. She wanted to, I don't blame her. She wants to be part of the team and she wants to be in the yearbook. So I had to break it to my niece that we're not going to be there for rehearsal, but we're going to be there for the wedding. So we're flying down on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have all the details on my firstborn beautiful niece, Riley, getting married. We're very excited for her. And what's her fiance's name? I just went blank.
After you just chewed my ass. After you just chewed my ass. It's my family. That's my family. You can't even remember his name.
I just went blank on his name. Damien. Damien and Riley are getting married. Well, it's family. You're going to hurt their feelings if you keep going on about that.
You know how much you've gone on about it? No. Tell me I'm going on about it.
My gosh.
All right, babe. What else we got?
Well, I was going to tell you about flying just real quick.
There's more?
Well, one more tidbit and then we're going to go.
Okay.
Real Simple Magazine says, if you've ever gotten sad while flying, because I'm going to be flying and I'm going to be paying attention this trip, because I don't know that I get sad, but I know I feel discombobulated when I get off a plane. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you just don't feel right. I guess you're up in that atmosphere and you come down, your body fluids are all messed up, and I just don't feel right when I get off a plane. Do you feel that way?
Sometimes.
They say when you drink on a plane, you get drunk faster, you get dehydrated
I don't like
faster.
drinking on planes, yeah.
When you watch a movie, you might cry more on a plane. Have you heard that?
I have not heard that, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, if you've ever gotten sad while flying, there is a surprising reason why. Airplane seats are formed to roll your spine into the position of a sad shrimp.
A sad shrimp?
I've not been sad. I've been angry sometimes when I sit down on a plane and the seat is almost making you sit forward. The headrest, everything is pushing your body forward. And even when you lean back that minuscule eighth of an inch that let you in the reclining position, you're still leaning forward.
You should see Kellie on an airplane when she's all hunkered down playing her games. And she's playing Candy Crush on an airplane.
I'm not playing Candy Crush. I'm playing Best Fiends.
Yeah, sorry, you're playing Best Fiends. You should see her.
I swore off Candy Crush.
You look like a burned crescent roll.
So anyway, they're shaped to roll your spine into the position of a sad shrimp, and there's a reason for that, because that is shown to reduce testosterone levels, allowing your body to access sad memories more easily than normal.
What?
I think the reason they do that, they must have done studies. They don't want people to be all, because people get very angry and you're in my personal space and people get real tense on flights now, that they're doing that because it reduces testosterone levels, which should probably make you a little bit more agitated anyway. Isn't that interesting?
That's why I'm agitated all the time.
They said, so to cheer yourself up, if you want to make yourself feel better on your flight, align your body by placing a thick sweatshirt, a jacket, or a pillow, or a small water bottle even behind the area behind your heart. So between you and the seat, behind your heart, to reorient your spine to a more upright position while you're in the air. How about that?
That is some good information right there. I've never heard of any of that.
It's interesting, the little tidbits you find.
From Real Simple.
Real Simple magazine.
How about that? Sad shrimp.
Sad shrimp.
Playing Best Fiends, which doesn't make you sad.
No.
You just get hunched over. Kellie's been playing that game at night now, guys, until
I have to just get
11:15, 11:30. In fact,
not that late. No, it's
yes,
not.
it
No,
is,
it's not.
because
No, it's
I
not.
turn the lights off.
It's not that late.
And I'm like, I'm out, babe. Going to bed. I'm out.
Not that late. Let me see what level I'm on right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't tell because
Killing slugs. And she's got to get up at zero dark 30.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get past. I just have to get past one level before I go to bed.
Right. All right, babe. Well, I can't say that this one's been a lot of fun, but I think we gave some good information.
I tried to lift it back up at the end with interesting facts. Hopefully I did. But you know what? When our podcast family is hurting, we need to know about it, and we try to help when we can. And so hopefully something we said resonated and helped in some way, and people are taking positive steps to fix their situation.
Yeah.
Take control of your destiny. Take control and ownership of your happiness. That's what you can do. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Whether it's getting your body in shape, whether it's getting yourself off of medications that you think you need to be off of, maybe it's getting yourself on medications. It's time to take control of your own happiness.
It's good advice there. I think we'll just leave it at that.
Okay, honey.
All right.
On that note,
and in the immortal words of the great
I love you
Keanu
desperately.
Reeves.
You forgot to tell me you love me desperately.
I love you desperately.
What are you doing? Leave me hanging.
Well, it was so powerful and so good. I thought we'd just wrap it up right there, but now you mucked that part of it up. It's okay. I love you desperately. I love our listeners
I'm
desperately.
taking control of my happiness,
There
and I'm
you
not
go.
going to let that bother me.
There you go. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon, right?
Yeah, Sunday night we'll record it again for Monday.
Hey, you never know. Every podcast could be our last podcast.
You know
Right?
something I don't know?
Oh, I know. Dun, 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 I know something that you don't know.
No, you don't.
Ho, 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 ho.
You don't. You're just saying that.
Bum, bum.
No, you
No, you
don't.
just said, do you know something that I don't know?
Well, do you?
No, I was sitting in Starbucks the other day.
Oh, we're okay. This is
Babe.
We're gonna wrap up in a
Babe,
second here.
I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there at Starbucks on my laptop. And I was working. And I felt somebody come next to me, and I kind of looked up, and there was a girl there, and she kind of smiled. She goes, ba-dum-bum-bum, I know something. I was like,
That's
oh.
cute.
Yeah.
That's cute and scary.
And I kind of got into it. Yeah, it was fun. Anyway. You had to be there. All right.
No, it was cute.
Yeah. All right. In the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.